Dear students, welcome to computer science class. So in the last class we have learned how we are defining a reference object for the class. So in this particular session we will learn how you are declaring a data member as a array type. How you are declaring a data member as a array type. Till now, we have declared a data member with a normal variable. But in this session, we will learn how you are declaring those data member as a array variable. Okay, we'll see the definition. It is a process of declaring. It is a process of declaring a variable or data members as a array type called array as a data member. Array as a data member. We all know the definition of data member. What exactly the meaning of data member? Data member describes the characteristics, right? Characteristics of the class. How we have declared before this? How we have declared a variable means in this manner, right? But these two are not array variable. Array variable supposed to be defined with the subscript. Array variable supposed to be defined with subscript, and that's supposed to be look like in this manner. You may ask, sir, within the subscript can we have only 5? Nothing like that. We can have any number of element within the subscript. Okay, we'll see the syntax for this. We'll see the syntax for this. Syntax to declare array as a data member. X specifiers colon, then data type array data member, size semicolon. X specifier means anything, either a private or a public or a protected. Data type again either integer, float, double or character. Array data member any alphabet, but that should not be same as a class name. Size, just now only I have told, any number between 0 to 9. Any number you can write. For example, I will take this one as public int a of 10 I will take, or you can take private int b of 5. Any number, no problem, but whenever you are giving array variable as a data member, you are supposed to remember that their X specifier must and should. We'll see one small program so that you will understand how we are going to call array variable in the class block. So this particular example, just I want to read a few array variable, and whatever the value I am reading, I want to print those values. So reading a single array element and printing a single array element. So for that, you are supposed to start from class CS. Open the flower bracket. Inside the private inside the private I will declare, inside the private I will declare few array variable, that is int a of 5 element I want to read. Then to visit each and every 5 element, I am just taking a help of I, because in the first year itself I have clearly mentioned wherever you are using an array there is supposed to be a for loop. Why I am saying it's a loop? Because when you mention like this a of 5, compiler will consider as a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, right? This is how compiler will create the memory block. When you declare int a of 5, compiler will create how many memory block? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many size you specify, those many blocks it is going to be created. This is first point. Second point, array execution always starts from 0. Always starts from 0. When you insert a value into this like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, you are supposed to print all the block values, not only single value. If you are just writing cout a of 0, compiler only prints this value, that's it. What about the remaining? So to visit each and every block, I am taking the help of I. Okay. First a of 5 array 5 memory block. Second I have taken I to visit each and every block what you have declared. Okay. The next after declaring an array as a data member, you need to call the member function to read that. So I am taking a name, function name itself, read. Inside this I will write cout a reading array element. Reading array element. So for that array block, so I am taking help of for loop. For I equal to 0, I is lesser than n. I is lesser than 5. Why I have not mentioned here n, I will tell. I equal to 0, I is lesser than 5, I plus plus. Okay. The next, cin a of I. Close this. This particular body indicate reading block. This particular body indicate reading block. Next, to print one more member function, that is void print, same formula, cout printing array values for I equal to 0, I is lesser than 5, I plus plus, then cout a of I. Close this. This is another member function. Now close the class with the semicolon. There are two member functions you have used here. One is read, another one is print. There are two member functions. One is read block, another one is print block. To execute this, as we know, the main block is required. I am just creating a main block here. Void main block, open the flower bracket. To execute any class block function, you need to create the reference object, as we have learned in the last session itself. How we are going to create the reference object? With the help of class name, CSBH. Then first function name is read, as usual I am calling here as a read. Second function name is print, I am just calling it a print. Then get ch, close. Have you find any difference with the last program video? Only one difference, that is this particular variable. This particular variable, because this particular concept indicate you need to declare a data member as an array type. This is how we supposed to use array variable. Now we will see the working pattern of this program. We will see the working pattern of this program. When the compiler comes here, it automatically creates a memory block for the class CS. It creates the memory block for the class CS. Then it will enter inside, it will go back to here bh.read. When the compiler comes here, reading array element, here compiler able to find the variable name called as I. It will go back here. Oh, there is a one variable of integer type, so it will create the memory block for I. Of what type I? Integer. So how many memory block for this? 2 bytes. How many? 2 bytes is nothing but 16 bit, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 15, 1, 2, 3 up to 60. Then another variable. Here compiler when comes here, a of 5, compiler will creates a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, a of 5. This is how the compiler will create the memory block. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because array execution always start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I of integer type 16 block is array type same. In this manner only, this is also. Because each and every array element allocates integer value separately. So 16 bit for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just array size I am just defining here. This is how normally we look the memory. Okay. When the compiler comes here, reading the array element. So when you are reading the array element, you are supposed to give the value as array values are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Consider the array values are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Just initialize in this memory block. The I equals to the first value. I equals to just, I am going to remove this particular thing so that we will get the space to write the explanation part. Okay. I equals to 0. Right. Then I is lesser than 5. I plus plus. 0, I value is 0, 0 is lesser than 5, condition is true. So I plus plus 0 plus 1, this will be, the value of I will be changed 1 when it reads the first memory block. Now compiler has been read this, right? Then compiler will not jump to the another block, still 2 more blocks are there to read. Howdilla? This is first, next I value become as 1. Is 1 is lesser than 5, condition is true. 1 plus 1, 2. This is going to be read. Then third one, I value becomes 2. 2 is lesser than 5, condition is true. So 2 plus 1, how much? 3. This is going to be read. Fourth one, I value becomes 3. 3 is lesser than 5, condition is true. So 3 plus 1 is become now 4. This is going to read. Now, I value becomes 4. 4 is lesser than 5, condition is true. 4 plus 1, how much? 5. This is going to read. Then 6th, I value becomes 5. Is 5 is lesser than 5, condition is false. When the condition becomes false, compiler comes to out of the function. Compiler comes to this particular block, out of this particular block. Here, if you are getting confused, you can write open flower bracket, close flower bracket. What exactly the meaning of loop? until and unless the I value visit each and every memory block, until and unless the I is a one who is going to visit each and every memory block, the compiler will not come out of this memory block. ಅಂದರೆ I0 ಇಂದ 5ನೇ ಮನೆವರೆಗೂ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡುವವರೆಗೂ ಈ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Until and unless it visits each and every block, the I will turns or loops here itself. Once the I value become false, compiler come out of the block and come out of the function. Compiler come out of the for loop and come out of the function. This is inside the main bh.read now finished. Now when the compiler comes here in the print block, again the same procedure will be started. I value is 0, right? I value is 0. I value is 0, I is lesser than 5, I plus. One more time I will write so that you will get the difference. Now before we have read all the value, here I am printing the value. First I is 0, I is lesser than 5, I plus, same thing I have written here. So this is 0, 0 lesser than 5, 0 plus 1. Again I am telling Kuzgole, the value of I will be changed only when it visits the particular memory block. Okay, once it visits that block, then I value will be changed. Once I visit each and every memory block, then only it will come out of the function as well as loop. First I value is 0, 0 is lesser than 5, 0 plus 1 equals to 1. So this is going to be executed in the printing block. First A of 0, 10. Okay, next I value becomes 1. 1 is lesser than 5, condition is true. 1 plus 1, how much? 2. Before changing the I value, it execute the 20, that is in the position of A of 1. Now I value becomes 2, 2 is lesser than 5. Yes, condition is true. 2 plus 1, how much? 3. Before making a I value is 3, it execute A of 2 value, that is 30. Now I value becomes 3. 3 is lesser than 5. Condition is true. 3 plus 1, how much? 4. Right? Before making a changes of I value is a 4, it execute A of 3 value as 40. Right? The next I value becomes 4. 4 is lesser than 5. Condition is true. 4 plus 1, how much? 5. Before making I value is 5, it execute I of 4 is 50. Then I value becomes 5. 5 is lesser than 5. Condition is false. Compiler come out of the for loop as well as function so that it prints all the value, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is how we are going to read and print the array value. I told one thing. One more time I am just revising. In the first year itself I have told, see, whenever you are defining the looping concept, always any value which you initialize inside the loop, that variable will start reading from the first position up to the end position without fail. It will start reading from the first position to last position until and unless condition match or visit all the block. Compiler will not come out of the looping block. Once it match to the condition or visit each and every memory block, then only compiler will come out of the block, then from the function. Okay, this is how we are going to read and print. And I have told why I have mentioned here 5. Why not n? Because when you initialized any variable here, it means that directly you are telling to the compiler there is a 5 memory block. There is a 5 blocks. If you are specified here n, it means that out of 5 you can have 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4, maximum 5. So andre you can give n value as 2. That means out of 5 you want to read only 2. You can give n value as 3. Out of 5 you can read only 3 also. This is how we supposed to take a help of n. So please go through with this particular session so that you will understand array as a data member concept. Thank you.